STEELEPLAY. We are here with my first time playthrough of Final Fantasy XVI in Act 3, like I said, 28. We are numbering in at part 28, and as I look at it now, as we live and breathe, I finally get to play Final Fantasy 16, War of the Lions, as I always keep saying. At this point now, I'm pretty much convinced. This game is pretty much a fucking masterpiece of War of the Lions, which, for those of you who don't know, game back released alongside Final Fantasy VII, was called Tactics, and it was a masterpiece. Probably deserved to be a mainline installment, but it didn't. So henceforth, did they create to set forth an envisionment that you see before you now? Well, I think at least. It's just another take on the Zodiac Brave story in a galaxy or a world far, far away and a history lost in time. With that, let's get started. Part 3. We now know that the time itself has been stitched. We saw Ultima do this. As I heard it hinted earlier, going in spoiler free, but I still wasn't 100% sure. I knew to some degree Ultima has clearly some hold over time. Hence, it said to Clive, "We have time, we shall contemplate very well," or some shit like that. I think it said, "Very well, we have time, we may contemplate," and then it left or something. So in other words, that hinted to me that time is of no issue to them, which they pretty much said. Time is of no issue, you are not ready, this is of no consequence, we shall contemplate, and then it left. So therefore it was basically saying, and proved through the use of Benedicta, to weave and stitch time, which so it appeared, right? We saw if you had got this far, that's alright. We pretty much got to that point where we saw Ultima is actually Benedicta. Benedicta is Ultima, or Benedicta has been using, or I should say, Ultima. Ultima has been using Benedicta as a means to get through to Barnabas, and has been using Annabella as means to get through to Elwyn and then the leader of Sanbreque. Of course, Olivier, it all comes wrapping around, you know what I mean? Ultima is what's causing this. Ultima was the infernary, I think, was the Inferno mods that we saw in the very beginning. That's Ultima. It's a theory, it's not a man or a woman, it's Ultima. And Ultima is hiding something else beyond it. It's, behind it, underneath the surface. Like, beyond way under the old. So, what I mean is Ultima. Yeah, Ultima is... What up, Sean? How's it going, man? If you ever to STEELEPLAY, it's always popping at 1, man. We're going to start Act 3, we're going to the hideaway. Like I said, this game, or Ultima, has the ability to stitch time. Pretty wild. As it said in the last time we had spoken with Ultima directly, it said, "People are yet not ready," and then it said, "Time is of no consequence. Very well, we shall contemplate." Then we saw it stitch time itself and change the very fabric of what happened. So Benedicta never died, and then motherfucking talked to Barnabas and led Barnabas into a whole different path. So I don't know what's going to happen here. In other words, we saw a different timeline play out. So Ultima can control time. Big guy using Annabella, by the way. It is Ultima. Annabella is sort of like a toy. Honestly, Annabella's hot. I like Annabella. She is a little kooky, though. She's a kooky girl. That lady, Annabella the Duchess. But I definitely get with her. Why wouldn't I? She's very, very, very gorgeous. But I can't say what her actions are terrible. On her chest, though. Well, I can see that. You mean breast meat. You mean swelling in breasts. And there's no shame in that. No, you mean the breasts. But it's okay. The bosom. It's okay. Take a feel. Cup of feel. For every boob, there's a hand. I know, it does. Yep, an erection. Yep, I know. Yep, for every pair of tits, there's an erection to slide through, and it's never ending. It's slide it through. Women, you can't live with them, you can't live without them. Woo! But women would agree. Yeah, I know. Men, right? Fucking unbelievable. All men are fucking jackasses. You got a point there, girls. All women are at least 8% smarter than men, 0.8%. Men are about 70% stronger, though. So it's a war of attrition here. Just let girls be girls and guys be guys. There is really nothing to say about it. But if my mic does suck, it's because it does indeed suck. But I'm doing my best. Doing my best. Like it said, things fall apart, right? No? I mean, I don't even have to speak. It's like, this is my story. Everything I needed to say is already being said. Impulse. Thank you. Because I am impulsive. I really don't have shame, and I don't live with it. I don't know why or what it is, but I don't have shame. I wish I did. And it's not in a bad way. It's not like I'm a shameless piece of shit. No. I'm not. I just don't have shame. I've moved beyond that. Maybe it could have been too much shame. And I have shame for one thing. And I won't say what it is, but I'm too ashamed. But there's only one thing I'm ashamed of, and that's it. Can you guess what it is? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. But I'm not going to tell you because that defeats the purpose. I am very ashamed of this one thing. And therefore, I'm not going to tell you what it is because it's the one thing I'm ashamed of. But I really don't carry myself with shame, no. Which leads me to be inconsiderate, and I'm sorry about that. I always say I'm sorry because I'm not being inconsiderate because I'm trying to be a dick. I'm just being inconsiderate because I don't really live by shame. I just live through instinct. I just do shit. I'm very impulsive. All that impulse. I think before I act before I think. And a lot of times, it comes off as nasty or cocky or stupid or fucked up. I don't know. But it's just also what it's also what made people laugh though too, And it also allowed me to become multidextrous, which I am now. I think everybody's multidextrous if they just tried hard enough. I find it absurd that a person can't write with their left and right hand. How can you not? You can do it. Just keep practicing until you get better. I promise you are multidextrous. Just believe it. Believe you are. I can do it right now for you. And if you need a hand to help, why not? How do you think I did it? I did it with the help of my peers. Always from my peers. So yeah, I could do things better with my left hand, but I could still write and everything with my right hand too. And this is because I was born as a lefty. Hence what they did back in those days. If you were born as either lame or words you can't say, they kind of just threw you out. Or if you were different, they would conform you. They would try to conform you. All this did though is create people like me who are now multidextrous it's just sort of weird because they complain about them not being able to be multidextrous, but I am multidextrous, motherfucker. You sent me to, I was sent to school for that, to be both non-confrontational and confrontational. Don't ask me how that's possible. But yeah, I can be confrontational and non-confrontational. I can do both. Because again, if you want me to talk slow, I could also do that. But I'm not, I feel like I've been the world's muse, and that's cool. I just want to be as amusing as I can be, as fucking weird as that may be. I just love loving. I love you, and I love me, and I love myself, and I love myself, and I love Loki, and I love my cat. And I believe that we could all do anything we wanted if we just willed it. If I wanted to make an electronical dancing horse with 10 penis holes, I could do it. I can make that happen. We can do it. We just have to put our brains together, right? I have the talent. Someone's got the brawn. Someone's got the authority. Someone's got the instinct. Someone has the intuition. We all have something. Don't ever cut yourself short, because the second you do, you're very much exactly that, useless. For them, it was shame that they ever looked at lefties as a sign of weakness, or ADD as a sign of weakness, or social phobia as a sign of weakness. This shouldn't have been. Unfortunately, there are certain disorders that they still haven't found cures for, but it's like schizophrenia. And if you wanted to be disrespectful, which it's not for me, because I had a friend who said the very same thing. He used to call himself a certain thing, and I'm not going to call it, but yeah, you could say it, but I don't want to say anything because I can offend people. But if you do want, in the joking manner, my friend would always say, I'm a fucking schizoid. And I'm like, yeah, I know, man, you are a schizoid. But the thing is, dude, at least you laugh at yourself. Because they're still people. They may be crazy motherfuckers, and they are. They're out of their minds, man. It's just that you gotta love them. How can you not? I love the death out of that guy, man. Ryan, if you're still out there, you're a fucking goddamn... You amaze me. You're a fucking living and breathing statistical miracle. I mean, I just see, jeez, talk about a celebrity. This guy's goddamn infamous. But I love him, man, like a brother. I always have. And I do hope he's doing well. Same thing with Pete Davidson. I mean, like, look, he got big, and he decided to take that route of celebrity, and he made pretty successful, right? I mean, if you saw his show, I mean, he did a couple of commercials, and that's nice. It's very nice. Cool. I'm happy that he made it. It's good for him. To me, I never look at it like that. I feel like, okay, so he now has that envisioned, but what's left now? You know, what's left for him? What's left for Art the Clown? He's got like a couple of more runs, but he's almost out, you know? What's his name? Howard, I don't know, I forgot the guy's name. He's part of the Terrifier, though. He's the guy who plays Art. And I think, you know, he kind of looks like me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, because I look like Art the Clown. If you've seen him. Again, that's not anything to brag about, because he's a murderer. He's a psycho killer. So, if you think that's something to brag about, then you should check yourself into the psych ward. But yeah, I do look a little bit like him, happenstance, I guess. Wise, it's not like I'm not him. If anything, I am like the actor, more like him, more like the actor. You know, like not really the Art the Clown, but okay, you can go ahead and think I am Art the Clown. That'd be fucking nuts. That's big saying like, oh Mike, because you look a little bit like Freddy Krueger or Robert Englund, you're a fucking psycho, you're a killer now. What? No, I'm just an actor, you idiot. I mean, you know, there's definitely like, it's too late to start getting to real acting right now, but yeah, everything is an act. For me, at least. Because if you live without shame, you don't really, you don't live for yourself. It's for I don't know, I never live for myself. I'm always living for the sake of others' benefit, because I want them to do well. I want me to do well. Because I know I'm only here for one reason. What's the reason? Good or bad? Right. Or right or wrong. I think it really comes down to right or wrong is not good and bad, and that you should always embrace one after the other. Like, for example, if something's good, it's good, but it doesn't always make it right. So a mother only has one child, but has to sacrifice it for the sake of 1 million families. This is very bad for that lady, you know? But it is the right decision for the populace. There's a difference there. But again, one can very much argue and say, no, you're wrong about that. Yes, I know I am. That's exactly why it's so bad. But if you don't understand that discriminated line where, well, what do you choose? The wrong thing for her and the bad thing for the people? Or the right thing for her, you know, for her and the bad thing for the people? You know, you didn't understand the line. What I mean is, maybe I said that wrong. If it's wrong for her, or bad, if you disagree, then you're just agreeing with the other thing. So you're opposing what I'm just saying, which means the same thing.
Against humans.
Discrimination is only meant for right and wrong, good and bad. If you're crossing, why else would you need discrimination? I don't discriminate, because I can't. It's impossible. Unless you ask me to criticize, in which is it pretty much like, that's it. That's all you'll get from me. I know, though, people are hardwired different than me, most people. Maybe you too, Sean. I don't know. All I know is I walked back in here like twice. What the fuck am I doing? Getting pissed. Sorry, I get sidetracked. I don't like doing that. Because that means I have to fucking edit it out, and I don't fucking want to do that. Sorry. My bad. I'm not mad at you. I'm just like, oh, why did I do that twice? Just blame ADD. No, you can't blame ADD. You gotta say, oh no, I have, yeah, a double attention span. Oh, okay. I have twice the... So that means I have twice the attention speed of a normal person. So I can't keep track of what I do, basically. Because I'm two people at once. So they call it ADD, you know? A double adult. Yeah, I know I'm two people, but the thing is... Can you... Wait, what? No, I'm just saying that ADD means you're basically two people in one. And I understand that now, but the thing is... They very well know exactly what I am. ADHD. Because I produce... I'm neurotic, you know? I'm neurotic. The thing is, some people with ADD can actually perform as just two people. So they're usually out of their minds, and they're inside their mind. Like, you know, that's how I play video games and do this all at the same time. There's another person playing the game. That's how I'm multidextrous. That's how I could do right and left. Why do you think I could do all that? I didn't ask to be that, though. I don't know. You could probably do it, too. I think we all can do it. I think everybody's born that way. We just forgot the way to do it. Try practicing with your left hand, or if you can't, right hand, you know what I mean? Like, do it. I could speak any language I want. But I hadn't learned Mandarin, so I'm not going to speak Mandarin, but I'm thinking about learning it. My mic sucks. Again, I'm so fucking sorry, but it's better than the other piece of shit right now. And if, like, money-wise, I can't tell you why my motherfucking manager isn't helping me out right now. My manager won't help me. So I kind of fucked. I needed a better manager right now. I can't edit and stuff. I don't do that. You know, that's why I need a manager. But I can't ask for that on here. I'm not allowed. Sorry, YouTube. But take my shit down. But fuck you. I don't give a shit because you know I'm a clown and I just clown around. I'm following your licenses. Doesn't matter. Everything that's said here is a big fucking fat joke. Remember that. Like a big cowboy with a fucking penis on his face. I love that. Like, I just love penises on people's faces. Because it's like, why not? You know, why not have a big fat dick on someone's nose? That would just be so funny. You wake up one day and your dick and your nose is like literally on your balls are like, it's like, like your balls with a nose on it, and like a mustache basically, because it's got like your balls, like, right? So, and then he's like, oh my goodness, there's a cock on my face, and then your nose is in your cock, and your cock is on your nose, and you know, yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Do I need to say more? You've been fucking nose, my man. Someone got your nose, but it wasn't somebody's fucking finger. It was motherfucking on your dick. It's like your dick got your nose. But imagine if it was just a magic trick all along, and someone made you think that it looked like it was your motherfucking, oh my goodness, and you're like, oh, how could you do that? I don't know, sleight of hand. You tell me, motherfucker. Sleight of hand. Because you could trick a motherfucker, that's why. Like, a good example, I went to Mars the other day. It was fucking awesome.
Taking over the internet. Fuck you, artificial. It's not even intelligent. It's artificial. No intelligent.
Oh, the AI. Well, you don't ever want to let AI take over your job, no. You control the AI. If you don't control the AI, then you're a fucking asshole. You're going to become soft, and you're going to become weak, and you'll probably become extinct. You know, you can't allow AI to be the ruler. You know, you got to embrace conflict. You have to embrace, you know, competence. You have to embrace how to understand and resort. Come together in arms. Come together in peace. Come together in love. Understand opposition to compose and orchestrate perfection, even though we'll never, ever, ever be perfect, because you can't be. That's not possible. And the second that we are perfect will only lead to the fall of the great demise of the second Eden, you know, the fall, the great fall, second coming, which is already happening, but you know what I mean? We're not there. We're still alive. You know, there's no fire. We're okay right now. There's no water, no otter. We're fine, but we're heading in weird times. But I say embrace the change. Learn to adapt. Adaptation is a key. Patience is virtue, though, I think. Patience is one of the most important virtues of all of them. Do you not agree? You possibly don't. Most people will not agree with that. They say, no, patience is weakness. I say patience is the most important fucking thing in the goddamn universe. Patience. I can't see anything more than patience. You know, patience, appreciation.
Patriotism back. Every day we change presidents.
There is no president.
No longer is it royal
There
bloodlines.
are no
Americans.
Oh, well, everyday Americans, yeah. Well, that's why I'm waiting for that ID, Sean. It's because my hall pass is being given to immigrants over me. You know? And my manager is kind of meant to suffer and pay my rent and my food. Well, I could pay for most because I use whatever I can, and this is what I am. I sell things. I'm a merchant. I'm a content creator. You know, this is what I do just to keep the lights on. You know, I give back to the world in every which way possible I fucking can. Just so you can fucking eat, you know? That's how bad it is for Sean, for me.
You're
well,
the
I mean,
today, your neighbor tomorrow, and his
yep,
neighbor then his wife, we the people, we
yep,
the motherfucking people.
You said amen, brother. Thank God this is not for little kids, because, again, I don't believe in the F word being bad anymore. I think people should be staying away from other words, not the F word. The F fucking word, the fuck word, I think fuck is fine. Fuck is great.
That's
not
his motherfucking president.
Right, motherfucking president. Thank you. Fuck. Fuck is fine. There's nothing wrong with fuck. There's a difference between fuck, like, you know, I said, and F-U-C-K when you actually say F-U-C-K. You know the difference. The hard K fuck and then the regular fuck. Like, you. It's different. It's different. Just different. If you're saying mother, but if you're not saying, and you're just using it like hard, soft, like motherfucker, fuck, you know what I mean? It's fine. It's like saying rock out with your cock out, or rock out with your cock out.
That's
Look.
what ruined the world, Mark Zuckerberg.
Fuck Mark Zuckerberg. He's a stupid fucker, bro. No, he's not stupid. He's fine. It's just, I don't care about Mark Zuckerberg. I don't even, like, I know about him, but I know a lot of people, dude.
He's trying to learn how to fight, but it's too late.
And what about, why is he learning how to fight now? I also know Dev, but she's in fucking California, and
steamrolled like all of them will.
my cousin is that fucking asshole in that fucking goddamn song, but it doesn't matter. I don't say that. I'm not gonna tell anybody that. Serenizzo, I mean, good for him. Great job. Great job, Serenizzo. You did good, man. But I mean, honestly, Serenizzo is just a name. It's not his real name. But he made it big, and so did Kimmel. But they're scumbags, dude. Like I said, not... Okay, I don't want to say they're scumbags, but they don't ever consider me, ever. Scum. That's what pisses me off. Or is it them, or is it just my parents? Because, you know, like, I talk to Jimmy. I don't know why he doesn't talk to Jimmy. It's fucking stupid. I'm kind of just finished at this point.
People think they're so cool cause they fight. Wow, you're so fucking cool.
What, Jimmy Kimmel? Jimmy Kimmel.
Intelligent.
Wait, Jimmy Kimmel doesn't talk to me? Doesn't talk to my mother because of that? That sounds bullshit to me, man. I think it's just a personal issue, you know. And then with me and Serenizzo, down his name again. But I know exactly what his issue is. It's a fucking, it could be a Barty issue, a Steele issue. I don't know. It's a my father's family issue, basically, because my father's family is like. We have like certain issues. Who doesn't have issues? Everybody has issues. So it's not. I wanted to get not finished. I want to get high potions.
Sarah is who the fuck is Sarah?
I don't know Sarah. Sarah's the girl I wish was my girlfriend. I guess. I love that name. That's why Sarah's my fucking favorite. I love that name. Sarah. Sarah. Oh, maybe that's meant to be my daughter's name. Maybe I don't know. Could be the daughter. That could be the name of my daughter. Maybe Sarah. Or, like, I don't know. I was gonna... I love that name. Sarah.
Women are self-hating, self-doubting losers.
No, they're not. You don't believe that. There's much more into that picture, Sean, I'm telling you. There's a lot more to the picture than that. It's not that. But I know what you're saying. I could see how it comes off as that. Like you just said, self-doubting...
is a stupid fucking schmuck.
Well, again, I could see how it comes off as that, but it's not. Like, it's a facade that men will quickly soon realize melts away like ice if you just realize you don't have to listen to everything that's told to you. Because everything that's spoken is a work of fiction. Nothing's going to hurt you. So girls they're not going to hurt you. No one's going to hurt you. Like, they may come at you with these grand illusions, as you had just said, but it's maybe due to self-doubt because they don't see competence. So I say let's show them competence. Competence, a comprador. We can all be that guy, and if this is the guy they want, that is the guy I can be. Because I have been so prudent with women in general that there's no issues with me being more competent.
This is just water, and water was once firehouse life fiction. If we feel it all to real, you can't fake real.
You can, yes. Real to me is, like I said, mortal danger. So, physical harm, which means to pierce the flesh, and or starvation, no lack of shelter. You know, these are the basic necessities of life and is considered mortal danger. Is it? Okay. Well, go without food and water and shelter, I think. It's bad. I mean, I don't want my cat to succumb to the beauty and treachery of the death outside of the house. It'd been different, though, if you were raised outside. Oh, well, that's good to hear, then, if Ryan said so, because he's fucking great. I love Brian. He knows that I love him, though. So, he knows that we're like brothers, so. And he still is my brother. But we just weren't good for each other. But look at him now, and honestly, he's living big, you know? He's living in a fucking flat, bro. He's got a whole studio to himself. I mean, dude, the guy is living a good life. He's got it good. He lives in a studio, bro. A fucking studio. Like, it's huge. The guy is doing really good. I don't know how he got the studio, but from last I heard, he was partying, and it's one of those crazy stories, and he just woke up next day, and all he knows, he just owns a studio. Like, the guy's fucking a legend. So, amen to him, bro. That's awesome. Maybe one of these days I'll be able to come over to his studio and have a cup of tea, or have a drink, you know? Till then, I say, man, good for you, bro. I don't know if it's true or not, but I don't believe it. I just acknowledge it. You know, that's all I can do is acknowledge it. If you're in a one-room studio, that's awesome, man. Cool shit. He didn't know how it happened, though. All he told me is that he woke up there. He said he didn't tell anybody. But I said, yeah, Ryan, no worries.
He doesn't care about friends he made out here.
Fuck no, he don't give a shit. He told me, he said that I could say anything anyway, so yeah, that's why I said it. I said, yeah, he doesn't care. So, like I said, it's good for him that he's living in a studio and doing good for him. That's awesome, man. I just saying that I do entertainment to keep the lights on, you know, at night, and I hope people could be entertained because it's all I ever do. It's all I try to do, at least, because there's nothing bad I ever really have to say. I only have good things to say.
He's state to state, living in North Carolina, then Florida.
Oh,
state
cool.
State. He's just like that girl Kirsten.
I know, but you know, there was another girl who succumbed to a very similar fate to me, where, well, I don't know how to explain that. A girl named Emma, and she had a similar issue with Ryan that I did. Me and Emma have that in common, and I kind of still speak to Emma because of it. It's weird.
Kristen, I forgot her name.
Emma, no, her name is, okay, well, Emma Torres. But again, my name is Michael Steele. It's no, like, I'm not hiding anything. Ryan Longobardi. Emma Torres. Michael Steele. But Emma Torres and Michael Steele, we got caught up into something that we would like to not talk about. And that's why me and Emma Torres, we kept in touch. Not on that level, just on a level that we both knew we were succumbing to something that was similar. And we had to figure out a way around it, and that's what we did. Me and Emma Torres found a way around it. I think she's married and shit now. I don't know what she's doing, Emma Torres, but we're friends. I mean, I still talk to her. I think we stopped talking less, obviously, when she got married. Why would we continue to talk? There's really no need. But I will talk to her probably if I ever have problems concerning certain things that she may have problems with too. So anyway, what that means is let's keep going with this playthrough. Fuck you, old lady.
How do you figure that you still speak to Emma? There's an article saying she passed away.
Oh, did she? Yeah, I know. I heard that also. And that's very, very, very sad to be reminded of that. Oh, fucking ass, motherfucker. You see what I mean, Sean? Fuck. Yeah, she did. So, I'm a fucking idiot. But yeah, I did talk to her.
Yet you still talk to her and she got married?
No. She didn't. Because she fucking died.
That doesn't make much sense.
No, Sean! You just reminded me. Because I didn't realize, but no, she died, dude. Oh, fuck. Hold on, no, I meant that, I think you know what I mean, Sean. But right. That's right. I'm so fucking sorry. Shit. I didn't. Oh, God, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry,
She died, so did
okay, yeah, I'll play, okay, but please,
that is.
yeah, I don't want to touch it, because, it's sensitive subject, and I really, you know what, I heard something recently, and, one of my friends did die, a few of them, and, so, yeah, I don't know if what you're saying is fact, and now I gotta go and look to find out if it's fact. I'm not gonna be caught here with my pants off, because me and Emma haven't talked in a little while now, so regardless of what you're saying, I'm concerned now. Are you telling me she's fucking dead, dude? What the fuck are you saying? I gotta go find out. I'm gonna find out if she's okay. But yeah, I talked to her. I mean, I did, unless she's... Oh, wait a minute, are you fucking with me? Or is she... Because I haven't spoke to her recently, but I didn't say that. I just said I
heard that other kid from GK died too. Him and the dad.
Yeah, okay, so look, I just want to say I haven't spoke to her, no, not physically. Why would I... No. No, I did not. But please tell me that she's not dead.
Dante,
Just fucking don't tell me she died. Please don't tell me she's dead. I really don't need that right now. Please, you tell me that you're fucking with me. Please, just tell me. Just do that. Can you do that? Just, please, I'm being serious. Just tell me you're fucking with me for now. Because I can't. Just, please. You're fucking with me, right? You are fucking with me, so it's cool. Alright, good. Good. Just, even if it's not true, again, you're fucking with me. It's a joke. You're just kidding. Okay. I gotcha. Alright, we got Bahamut here, guys. Wings of Light. Awesome. We get all learned automatic, so we can begin casting a Mega Flare. Press up a circle to execute the length of casting determined by the potency of the spell. Seems pretty cool to me, like kind of like Rama, but better. This is our newest feature now. Is Bahamut. Flare Breath. This is fucking dope as a motherfucker. Light expected flame. Impulse. That's me, but it's got my name written all over because that's exactly how I am. I'm impulsive. I would definitely master that because I'm mad impulsive. You know, like super impulsive.
It's unfortunate for them, really it is.
You could be right about that, Sean, you know? Flare Breath. Whoa, what's this one? Satellite. Someone multiple light aspect of attack any enemy on which Clive uses magic on? That's fucking dope. And then Giga Flare? Damn! Oh, you gotta fucking get that shit, man. Giga Flare. Damn, son. Some of this stuff is really good, that's why. Flare Breath, I don't know which ones to learn right now, though, because you don't want to lose the basics. Limit Break is what? I don't use block, by the way. I just don't.
I never intended them no harm, yet they wish me dead. It's
Wait, what? No, don't talk about that. Please, please don't talk about no. We can't do that. You can't. No hatred, no hatred. No, only love here. Only love in this place. I only love. We can't tolerate hatred because hatred is the polar opposite of love. And even though it is in fact love, and that's why I said there is no hatred. Hatred is just love to its extreme opposite end. This is coming from the sign of...
You're delusional.
No, I'm just the scorpion. I'm the sign of love and hate. That's what I am. But yes, aka delusional. Now, should I continue to upgrade with Satellite, or should I get Wings of Light? I feel like Wings of Light's a good one. Flare Breath also looks really nice. Right? And then, of course, we have the beautiful Wicked Wheel, and we also have Rook's Gambit. Jump back, which is what I really like about this one. It's my favorite aspect about Rook's Gambit.
If
you can sort of
love me, at least one of them would still be around. No
if they love you,
cause she loved me.
Well, man, you know, if they hate you, then they love you. They must love you. They must have loved you at one point. You know, we all know. I mean, if I don't know you, then I can't really hate you. There's no possible way.
Over people's skulls, fuck people.
Right, because love is usually something that causes you can only hate something that you usually loved at one point, right? Usually you don't hate it until you love it, and then eventually that love gets squandered, and therefore turns into the sour polar opposite of what is love, right? Love, the aspect of hate. Hatred is pretty much love's resentment, right? The resentment of what love had did to them. You know, what pain they had felt by giving their trust to another, and it was stomped and snuffed, and in their loneliness they found nothing but remorse and hatred, guilt, and yet find themselves only realizing there was no guilt, and then they struggle to fight their own mortality and think of women or I should say for me, polar opposite. Polar opposite, they think of the opposition and then start pointing fingers when I realized all along, I was my own worst enemy. As you said, delusional as delusions can be, as an illusion, without delusion, out of a mind, neurotic, crazy. But I found it, I found it. It was like I realized I was standing in my way this entire time, and it all stemmed from a fucking nightmare that I created in my mind that came from my own mother's and father's flesh and blood. And now I continue on pretty much exactly that, as my parents' son, and that's to say that a lot of the hatred that I had is washed away because, well, a phoenix, I'm a Scorpio. Now, you could be one of the other ones. I don't know. There's Pisces. My cat's an Aries. It's a really good sign, Aries. Aries is the fire ram. That's a dope sign. I like that one. It's ruled by Mars. Then there's also Capricorn, which my mom is. Capricorns, they're known as like the calamity bringers. They're pretty cool too. They're like they represent themselves as half man, half goat, half fish. Like they're like every animal in one. They're like they sort of represent the demigod, and they represent authority and power all in one. Sagittarius, another one. It's the one that takes action. Their biggest virtue is probably, assertion, ascertain or action, confrontation, to ascertain things, aspect, ability, this is the Sagittarius, Sagittarius is sort of the ability to be, to fire off, to expend. Leo is a very similar, but they're more about pride in the form of action that you take within it, as opposed to just slinging out forth and the result being. Leos are very much kind of like, a Leo is, Leo's in this pantheon seems a lot like this. I guess Bahamut's, right? Or Ifrit, I don't know. Leo to me, it's hard because there's eight of these here in this game. So let's see, 8 dominants. Including Ifrit though. And Ifrit to me is like the Fenrir. Like again, Scorpio, right? So Scorpio seems to transcend it. But yeah, if I had to say, this is definitely the Leo. And this is the Scorpio. This must be either the Libra or the Libra, or it could be the Virgo. But I think this is the Aquarius, it looks to me. It's got to be the Aquarius. Water bearer. He's got a staff, and he's like an older man, or just, and he holds a jug. Warden, he's a warden, like the judge Saul. The condemner kind of like. And then Titan, classic Titan, the warden of the world, the Taurus, the Cancerian kind of, if you will. A Cancerian, or people could look at it as Cancerian, I'd say, personally, because Cancerians are very much that, or Taurus. There's a lot of good representations there. What do you see when you look at Titan? I'm looking at probably, like I said, Cancerian, probably, I think. Seems to me like a Cancerian, because that's what Cancers do. Cancers know how to block. They're really good at blocking, and they know how to build shit. That's exactly what Cancers do. My dad's a Cancer. They can block stuff like crazy, and they have good intuition. Meaning they know things before they happen. And that's exactly how you use Titan. You have to time things out before they happen with like a red button. And then this is like the Leo. Like I said, this gotta be the Leo. We just have some more points here to spend, and I don't know what to spend them on. Probably nothing right now. What fucking mode is my AC on right now? Because it's 75 degrees in my fucking room. Why? Oh my god. Where's my remote? I probably lost it because I'm so disorganized all the time. How did I lose it? No, it's right over on top of my phone here. What mode is this on? Jeez, how many modes we got? We got fan mode, eco mode. Fuck all these modes, man. And then they also have, of course, the speed, But I mean, there may be another thing on here. Delay. I mean, look. It's luxurious, great, but I don't need a remote for this thing. I mean, how many remotes do you want me to have? And that's what I'm saying. Like, why don't they just take my headset and refurbish it and give me a new one, and then you'll get a better, you'll get better content again. But until then, you'll just have to keep sucking the dick, and the content's gonna suck because I don't have a good mic. But you can refurbish this one. I can't, but you can, because you could send it back to the fucking factory, you fuckers. Why don't they do that? I don't know. Because they say, oh, because you're good enough to refurbish it yourself. Alright, that might be, but I can only refurbish it for so long. Because again, it's like my friend said, it's delusional to think otherwise. And I don't think otherwise. I only think, well, I can maybe get through today with what I have. You know, and maybe I'll just do no commentary or rely on the microphone of a PlayStation. You know what I mean? Like, unfortunately, I can't have my cake and eat it too. It doesn't work that way. If you've ever heard that saying, you can't have the cake and eat it too. Well, it's because I fucking fixed my shit, but I had to do it on my own, so.
The entire time tonight.
Yep. Well, I did that myself, so thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. I had to refurbish it, basically, you know? It's not refurbished, though, Sean. It's just, I did refurbish it, you know, temporarily. As they would call it, it's rigged right now. You know? I don't want to use the other word, it's not proper.
Knowledge hoarded is knowledge.
No, I really just want to go with the main scenario. But basically, where is this auto guy? I'm going to put a marker. Because I have ADD and I'll be going back and forth like crazy. I need a marker to keep me on the mark. Because I get distracted. But yeah, I was going to ask Sean, is it refurbished right now? Or, because I'm working on refurbishing it, like I said, personally. With electrical tape and certain components. To just restore it back to its original, proper form. And I'm asking you, there's been no issues tonight. Everything's fucking good. Because that means I found the right filament and I found the right... Yeah, I kind of almost have it. I have it. I have to know. How is the fucking stream? And I'm not doing anything right now other than the main. Where's Otto? Down here, I think. I know where Otto is. That's why he's been kind of bullshit a lot. Tarja. I like Tarja. Tarja? I always say Tarja. So I just call it Tarja. But yeah, Tarja's hot as a motherfucker. And I apologize for the previous streams, guys, with the fucked up mic. But again, my name is Mike. You know that? That's my name, is Mike. My name is Mike. And, like, of course you would expect a guy in, like, Mike Steele to have a fucking solid mic. Well, I hope so.
All night, no interruptions.
Nice. Nice. See, that's what I like to hear. Thank you, Sean. That makes me feel good. Because I only wanted what's good for you guys, you know? I wanted to give you quality. And that's what I did. I fucking refurbished this thing down in my workshop. I put it together. I got my electrical tape, components, rubber bands, everything. And I put it together. And I fucking fixed the filament. And now look. You said it. It's been clear. No interruptions all night since I streamed. Well, I'll give myself a pat on the back for that. Until it breaks again. Good job, Mike. You just refurbished it. Well, depends on definition of good. Alright, fine. Sean, is this good? I know that, but still. I know, but that's why I'm asking. Well, that's why I'm asking Sean Hazan. Because I need to know. Did I refurbish this right or no? He said yes, though. He said yes. I haven't been interrupted all night. So, thank you. I suppose I haven't. I suppose I have, in fact, been doing a good job. Thanks, Sean. You're the best, man. Thanks for the support. It means a lot. I know you wouldn't lie to me. Because I rewatched some of my stuff, even though I'm not really supposed to do that. That's kind of stupid. It's for my manager to do, not for me. But again, I have a fucked up manager. Nobody's editing my shit. I'm all fucked up right now. I'm in a bad spot. So, it's not that my manager doesn't want to edit. It's just I'm having a hard time. I don't have Alright, I don't have an editor though right now, but I was going to. Maybe I almost had one. I only have a manager, and that's it. Do you all know who the manager is? So, But I am looking for an editor. That's actually something I really am looking for. But the thing is, I can't promise a pay right now. I don't know if I have it. I mean, I have it, but how much would I have to start on? It would all be depending on how much we could get from the content, and I really don't want to go down that path. It's too much work, too much of a mess. Unless somebody really wanted to, and I'm like, all right, we can, but that means celebrity could be a problem. I always say money leads to problems, you know. You don't really want to fuck with that too much. Whilst, yeah, I promote things like Terrifier and Nightmare on Elm Street and work of other people, other creators. I'm like, again, like I don't know, did you know the most recent person in Staten Island? That fucking asshole? He's not an asshole. He's one of my friends from high school, but we didn't go to the same school, though. We were just friends and we smoked. I'm sure you might have met him, too. I don't fucking know. He's just the guy I could think of recently that became celebrity, and I'm like, dude, you did it, but, like, honestly, best of luck. Because if not, you're just going to end up back home again, fighting the whole fight. So he has to find out how he's going to do that, because once you do it, it sort of devoids you of a certain pleasure. And I always say, like, you know, I'm not even dealing with them anymore. Why would I? I have a million people trying to hit me up all the time, and I can't deal with them. It's hard. And people think I'm being inconsiderate. It's not being inconsiderate. What do you call it when people are looking for you? A lot of people. I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah, I can't because I'm too busy. It's not a matter of can't or won't. It's just that I won't because the inundation of stuff that I'm not even aware that you're hitting me up. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not that I can't. It's that I didn't even know that you were there, I guess. I wasn't aware. You know, it's a lack of awareness, I guess. It's like so much stuff is happening. I can only tend to so many things at once. I only have two hands. I can't keep track of myself, basically. That's why I need to get an editor. And I said, like, I don't know who would want to be an editor, though. Is there anybody who likes being an editor? It's a hard job, though. You have to be very, what is it? It doesn't matter. You already have a job, but I might be working with you soon. This thing comes in soon, you know? Again, Sean, thank you so much for that. You did me the biggest favor. Thank you. It really means a lot to get me that position with Olympia. Thank you so much. You know, I paid up the money, got everything renewed. Now I'm just waiting for that ID. As soon as the pass comes in, I'm gonna go right to Olympia and get started. I really look forward to working with you too. You know, it's gonna be a real pleasure, I guess, to work with one of my biggest inspirations. I guess, you know, one of my top. Like I can't concentrate. You are like I'm one of your biggest fans, you know what I mean? Like, I can't say it any other way. I'm one of your biggest fans, Sean. Like, you're a great guy. Sean, I can say you are without a doubt one of the most interesting people. Like, you know, I can't say best, but you are certainly, I don't know, there's something special about you, man. You mystify me. You are like a true punch, like a strong arm, you know. You can't hit arm's length, you know. So thank you for your support, Sean, because you've always been arm's length strong, you know, maybe more. You've always proved the opposition is trying but possible.
I kind of like this girl at work. A few
Nice.
of them, there's about 3 of them.
That's awesome. Me too. Like I said, I got this girl at the Italian store, and then I also have this girl who I have a name, Michelle and Jasmine. But yeah, how's it going? I was thinking about maybe getting the girl's number at the ice store, but I don't want to confront because she indicated to me. Why is this so confusing? It's like I keep going there. What is so attractive? Is it because Jill looks so much like my mother when she was 10? I don't really like Jill Warwick, actually, because of it. She looks too much like my mom. I'm like, I don't like that. I like Benedicta, though. Benedicta's hottest. But not Jill. Jill Warwick is not really... Well, when someone looks almost that close to what your mother looks like, you don't like it. Can't explain it any other way. And you're not going to tell me otherwise, because that means you're going to tell me what my mother looks like? Get the fuck out of here, you asshole. Know what my own mother looks like, so yeah. Nobody's going to tell me what my mom looks like, and I know what my mom looked like when she was 20-something. Like, I saw pictures, you know. I know who my mom is, bro. So, in other words, no man is going to tell me otherwise, because I know what my mother looks like. Is my mother. And now, if it were your mother, then that's fine. I mean, I can't really tell you that because it's your mom. If you think that person looks like your mom, you could either this guy could be delusional, out of his mind, or he truly just believes it and you can't see it. Because only he can, because it's his mother. You know, his own flesh and blood, only he can see it. Maybe you can't see it, but if you looked hard enough, long enough, had patience, and you probably see it, be like, oh shit, you're right. That's the same. They're the same. By the way, they are the same. A child is 50-50. It's cross. It always takes a little bit of both. Just look in science. Check it up. Look it up. You can see how it was done, but yeah. I think this place does remind me a lot of the charm of, like I said, Final Fantasy. What do you think? I think 2. Final Fantasy 2. I think, though, they should really put a lot of these green quests, I think they should really ixnay them and then make them, pop them up on for post-game. I feel like there's no need for these inundated distractions. You know, I feel like I'm being inundated with mad distractions. Because my favorite color is green. My 2 favorite colors are green and red. But my favorite is green. Because I'm a fucking... I don't know. I'm a fucking aspiration. I don't know. I'm a living statistical miracle. Wow. Well, miracles can only can go that far. I know. I hope not. That's good to hear. That's what I just said. I hope so. I hope not. Well. Yeah. No, it will not. We have to find. Really? Where? An answer? An answer. What are the facts here? We have Ultima, who's a motherfucking it demon, who's taking control over the feminine form. Drew, the usage of Annabella, and not just the feminine form, but we already know is taking control over Benedicta. Let's hear what's going on. No. I always said this is a fiction based off of reality. Fantasy based off reality. That's what this is. Heresy, they say. What heresy? Heresy? Some people consider Final Fantasy a form of heresy, but it actually is heresy. But if you have a problem with it, well, it's here for all to see. It's here. It's heresy. But if you don't know what heresy is, then you're like, I don't know. It's not bad. Heresy isn't bad, unless you're super religious. But I love heresy. I love fiction. I love hearsay. Bullshit. I love illusions. Illusions of great grandeur that can be real but aren't. But basically I believe in delusional grandeur and treachery. Because let's be real, with all this grandeur comes great danger. So I have delusions of great danger and great grandeur. Yep. Was nothing but a castle of a... like a little tiny little piece of shit. Like a little tiny pebble. Because we are very small, in fact, and the universe itself is very small. Considerable. It all started with just a flicker of light.
Not my
Yep.
best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've
yeah,
received are
okay.
considerably praising.
No shit.
Without protection of donations, it will fall to the people to defend
But what
themselves
happens when the last
against
crystal
those who
goes?
take what is theirs.
But there's only one crystal left of a load. Dark crystal.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of troubled is one thing, but
Ah.
pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall armies of
Should I smoke?
Should the king's rule
Or wait?
invade,
I'm gonna smoke. No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna finish this muscle milk though, because it's really good. I like the vanilla one. I'm sure you've had. Well, it'd be stupid of me to ask. Of course he's had muscle milk. Who hasn't? Everybody's had it. I mean, not everybody. Most people have tried it. It's not bad. I wouldn't put too much. Faith into it though. Take it for what it's worth. It's muscle milk, so it just helps with certain things, like nutrition maybe. Don't overthink it. It's muscle milk. That's it. Muscle milk.
Going to bed.
Night, Sean, man. Be easy, my friend, and be safe and be strong. And I'll see you soon, right? I always have, always will, and I think you're gonna be sleeping good tonight. Sleep well. I only wish you the best, bro. Be safe and sleep well. Until next time, right? Well, I'm gonna still be here, but until next time, Sean. It's always a pleasure to have you in the stream. And with that, we'll probably get like moving now right into it. Auto. Because we really do have to make our way into the, like I said, this is more or less the final act of the game. And that means we have a lot of stuff to do. And now that my microphone has been refurbished to a degree, I can more or less be able to be heard. It paused. You know it, motherfucker. Fucking cocksuckers. Cocksucker. What? Me and you and I. My ex-girlfriend's name is Jill. Hey Jill. Jill Erica, hello. What up, Siri? What up, silly? What up, Siri? Sorry, what up, silly? Silly Jill. I miss you, Jill. But anyway, you can't make me a cigarette. Hold on. I really do gotta quit smoking cigarettes because my grandmother smoked and she died from them, and I smoke and like it's just bad. Like I mean I know they could slowly kill me. Like I know that my grandpa smoked and he died from it, emphysema, and it was a terrible disease. And I don't want to get that. I might end up I don't want to get that. I might get that. Alright. Aiden Malta's rest in his dilemma. Yeah, I figured that. Because we're at the final end of the game. Like I said, I'm saving most of the post-game content for my second playthrough. I'm gonna go set Bahamut up now, too, since we have him. So Phoenix could be replaced, or maybe him. Yeah, baby. Doodle-doo-doo. Alright, let's go to the map though. No, we also have to set the abilities up. We have Impulse, and that's mastered. Satellite is good too. I like Phoenix. Phoenix is actually pretty good. Though you don't have to use Will of the Wisps or Flames of Rebirth if you're going to be using Phoenix then, right? I mean, you can, but not really necessary. Ignition is a really good one, and I like Ignition a lot. Along with Flames of Rebirth, but I don't know how long it is. Because it's helpful, and it does actually restore your HP. No, ba-bum, bum, ba-dum. Aid Martha's Rest and its Dilemma? Well, we would have to go to the main menu for that, and that's fine too, but give me a second. This is all good stuff. Ariel, oh, that's good, boy. There you go. Now we just have to go, I guess. Like I said, I'm setting forth to make this a goddamn legend. I want to make this a legendary motherfucking piece of equipment. This one here. Coral Sword. So I'm using 2 common pieces of equipment and pretty much just using the Coral Sword all the way through the game. I've already deemed this one of the best weapons in the game. I deem it possible to be a legendary weapon. In other words, I'm gonna will it. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain, but I have a vision and I have willed the Coral Sword to be the best weapon in the fucking game if you can learn how to wield it. Because if you will it, it is no dream. So let's get the fuck out of here and go elsewhere. There'll be a number of different areas to go to, I'm sure. So, and just like in War of the Lions, we have to go to a few different areas to start cleaning up, cleaning up shop. So let's start at the Dalmel Island here, down in the southern area, down south. In the south of the Democratic Republic. Huh. There it is.
Your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
Maybe. She is like a monster.
Been introduced.
Jill.
Yeah, she's like a monster.
Told me much about her.
Maybe it's because she's... Yeah, I know why. She looks just like my mother, and she's got the same last name. She got the same name as my ex-girlfriend. It's just weird. That's why I don't really like Jill. I like Benedicta better. Or Tarja. Or you call Tarja.
It's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns. As if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalamel's little problem.
I gotcha.
At this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing.
It'll be our own, right?
Our own. I've tried reasoning with the
Right, but you can't reason.
desert hair has limits.
Right. You don't want to say can't, it's just that you really can't. Well,
Makes you think they won't.
we won't, right, so let's try it. Try, but don't try yourself. Don't death yourself. Don't kill yourself. Don't kill yourself trying. Just take it as far as it can, but don't for a second scream, because screaming doesn't get through to people. You know?
Just follow the shout.
Debating doesn't work. It just goes back and forth. If a person can't see it, then they can't see it. if they don't want to embrace life and love, and and it's on them, it's not on you. A person can stay bitter if they want, but they don't have to. So long as they can find happiness. But there is good reason to be bitter, and if there is, then I always say try to find the source, right? Because I was riddled with tons of shit, still am, that I don't like, or I am bitter or I have resentment with, but I always say we could rise over it and try to find the light, or else we'll end up going insane and we'll end up killing ourselves. Albeit through a fear or mistake. Or, like lack of competence. Or social phobia,
And what happens when those
a lack of acting. A lack of action. Stagnance. Or killing people. That's another thing. You don't want to end up a monster. Right. Thieves. You can end up like this if you do that. Don't do that. You want to be something better. Don't let people put you on the precipice of trying to hurt other people. Because that's not the way to go. And if it's bringing happiness for you, then that's really bad, because you're killing people. That's not good. And you're like, Jesus, cheesy pizza. It's like, yikes. Person's actually, how can you get off by that? Like, I've heard people do, and I'm like, yikes, that is scary. Talk about a monster. Serial killers, they get off from murdering people, and I'm like, what? That's how they get off? Like, they literally feel good after murdering somebody? I mean, that is scary, man. That's really scary. To, like, that they actually feel good from killing another life. It's just so scary. Some people feel this way. Like that. I mean, let alone taking my own life, I'm scared to death to ever take anybody's own. I mean, shit, I'm not scared, because the thing is, I don't think about that. I only bring it up because, well, I've had to deal with people who are suicidal in my life. I've dealt with people who are suicidal. And, it's dangerous, people who are suicidal are dangerous, very, very dangerous, to themselves and to other people. That's the problem. But yeah, I do implore, if you have any thoughts at all of hurting you or anybody else, to get help immediately. Immediately. Because that's not good. It's not good. Like I said, anytime you find yourself putting you or anybody into actual danger, mortal danger, is a problem. And that means you should probably check yourself before you wreck yourself, more or less. Right? Check yourself before you wreck yourself, so that you don't have to check yourself into a hospital. Because I'm sure we've all passed the red line at one point or another. Not to say that we've killed someone. I mean, we've all taken it pretty far and probably got angry, right? We've all gotten angry and we've lost our cool. Let's just try to say that's the monster that we are, but we don't want to take it any further than that, or else we go mad. Right? Like, in the meantime, you just keep on working on yourself. Well, as in this case, your problems, right? For all our sakes. Yes. And Clive is a good representation as to what I mean. Like, you need to learn how to embrace the fact that you are not perfect, and you never will be perfect, and that if you are indeed a monster, then maybe that's the shame that you need to embrace, is that people are zenith predators, human beings, hominids. The reason I call them zenith predators is because they are the top apex predator. They are predators that really don't have any predators. And they're also not obligated into any specific predator. It's called a zenith predator. There are, I guess, it's arguable to say whether or not cats are zenith predators, because they're obligated. They're obligated into meat. And since dogs really aren't apex predators at all, because cats always override the dogs. In other words, in the line, it is always usually... Okay, well, here's an example. Savannah has a lot of different types of life, Savannah has canids, avians, felids, rodents, It's got gazelles or muskox. It's got everything there. And whenever there's a cat or felid, felids are above canids. That's all. It's just a fact. You know, like, you can put your money on a wolf, but I don't think the wolf is going to be able to beat the leopard. I'm sorry. You know? The leopard is going to kill the wolf. So if you put your money down on a wolf, as powerful as wolves are, and they are powerful, but they just aren't as powerful as cats. They aren't. I mean, maybe they can be one day, but they aren't. Cats are forced into being more powerful. They have to be. Because they're obligated fucking carnivores, you know? But dogs are smart, you know? Possibly smarter than cats. Thing is, cats aren't that far off. And that's, you know, but they are 7 times more dangerous, probably. You know, their claws are 7 times sharper. Their fangs are 7 times sharper. You know, their, everything, you know? Cat fur is 7 times more, sought after than dog's fur. It's just the truth. Like, again, snow leopards or or the black wolf. You know, a wolf. Snow leopard. Snow leopard is above wolf. Of course it is. Snow leopard, it can't beat 5 snow leopards. 5 wolves against 5 snow leopards? Good luck. Those snow leopards are gonna pounce the shit out of those wolves. Easily. The only thing that can take down a snow leopard is probably a man. Or a group of wolves. In other words, just like hyenas and lions, there's just no way a hyena can beat a lion. It's not going to happen. A group of hyenas maybe, but it's still not going to be worth the trouble. It's too much trouble. Just for both sides, too, by the way. In other words, lions already move out of the way, and they give the hyenas the scraps. And hyenas take the scraps, because it's the way it is out in the wild. If they don't like it, then the lions will fucking eat the fucking hyenas, and then the hyenas won't exist. That's why, again, a dog needs to know its place. Which they do, they know their place. A dog is in between that of the cat, and that of, well, you know, they're in between. Wolves. Though generally are apex predators in their own environment, you know? It's just when, again, like, yeah, with a third option in the place, they would end up falling third. Like I said, man, cat, dog. Whenever throwing cats into the environment, they always seem to rise over dogs. It's just fact, you know, they do. Felids always seem to be a little bit more powerful than canids. I can only surmise it has something to do with their obligation to meat. You know what I mean? Because they're obligated to meat. Henceforth, size and all that is very, very important for them. Size is, yeah, like cats. Cats play along. Yes. That's what cats do, they just play along. Where dogs are kind of like people, in a very interesting aspect in that they are a lot, like, they are not obligated. So in their own environment, respectively, if they're only just, say, dogs and that's it, and there are no humans, then most likely, or cats, then yeah, they are generally apex predators. And the reason why they're not zenith predators is because they can't rise over leopards. That's the thing, you know? And the reason a leopard is an apex predator is because it can deem any predator or prey its food, and, you know, it's dinner, pretty much. It could deem anything at once prey, even if it's a predator. Or even if it's a zenith predator, it could still deem it if it wants to. That's why it's called apex. Zenith predator is different, though. Zenith predator is only really humans. A zenith predator. A zenith predator is generally like, it seems to me as if they almost are just people, because hominids. Because zenith predator really has to have no prey and can't be obligated into any specific. They should be able to choose for pretty much. In other words, zenith predator has to be able to, you know, eat apex predators, and prey. So, apex predators, and prey are all prey. Well, meat, I guess. So, you decide what's meat, right? I know I do. Mead. And like I said, house cats, I don't know what they are. A house cat, I feel like they're kind of like, they are sort of apex predators, but I don't know yet. They're still too young for me to tell. The Felid domesticus. Felis domesticus, also known as Felid. Or Felis domesticus. Felis domesticus. Felid. Known as Felidea. That was a part of a family of cats from feline. Feline is basically big cat, which is Pantherian. Pantherian Felis. Well, I guess Pantherian Leonis Felis? Felis, Pantherian, Leonis, I guess. Felis, yeah, it's a very weird thing to break down here. Well, Leonis Felis. Pantherian Felis. Or Pantherian Leonis. Pantherian Leonis. Oh no, well, basically Felis. Big, great cat. And they consist of tiger, a Leo, jaguar, panther, and cheetah. Believe it or not. Yep, cheetah. Jaguar. Those are the ones. So, tigress. Leonis. Pantherus. Pantherus, and I guess Felis. Yeah, Tigris, Leonis, Pantherus, and Felis. And what about cheetahs? I don't know what cheetah is, but They have other ones too, like lynxes, leopard. What about that, jaguars? I think panthers is cutting it into two. That's why there's leopards. Lepers. And that's all part of the cheetah line.
Beasts they are.
Yeah, this place is fucked, man. Fuck beyond contempt, man. Fuck beyond contempt.
Victory, comrade. Your own city now.
Victor. People really don't believe me about this coral blade, though.
Is Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the
Jane.
the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
Pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander.
I love dogs, though, so don't think I don't like them. I love them. Dogs are awesome.
Says you told him no.
I just know the truth of the matter is that cats are obligated omnivores. They're obligated carnivores.
Crystals cracked.
That's all.
Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt.
And if you were going to put your money down on one, which you shouldn't because that should never happen, but a wolf would beat a leopard. It's just a leopard would kill a wolf. Jaguar, a leopard, wolf won't stand a chance. Bears can barely stand a chance, but they might be able to kill it. In other words, tigers will destroy bears. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when, because they already have. In other words, they pitted up, they did that. As cool as that is, they did it. They actually pitted up against, bears. They pitted them up against tigers. It's wrong. I think it is very wrong, yeah. But the thing is, yeah, they did do it. And every time, bears would die. Tigers would always prevail the winner. But there's a reason for that. It's not surprising. Bears are not going to be able to beat tigers. How? It's impossible. Lions can't even beat tigers. Tigers are the most powerful creatures that walk on land, that have 4 legs, that walk on 4 feet. They're the most tigers, or I guess ligers. They're also very, very powerful, but they're lazy ligers. That's the problem with ligers. They're very lazy animals, That's the biggest issue with ligers. Is as powerful as they can be, they're just not. They don't use it. They don't use it. Statistically, though speaking, yeah, they should be. The strongest cat would be the liger. It's just that the tiger shows more raw instinct and is not pedigreed, so to speak, and it has better skill for it. And henceforth, because of the degree of, because they're so pedigreed, they are soft. And ligers oftentimes succumb to this fucking, soft, luxurious lifestyle, making their raw talent unused and just kind of useless. And they're soft and big and lazy. Whereas tigers are the same thing, but probably a little not as strong, but they are much more stronger of will and heart, Whereas ligers, they don't have that. Like that of the house cat. But the difference is with the house cat is that house cats are like tigers and 90% of their DNA, and they come usually down from Egyptian mows or other ones like Russian blues. But usually, like I said, all felids are usually Felid domesticus. They are very similar to tigers, 90%. They're like tiny tigers. So, depending on how you want to treat it, if you want to pedigreeze it, then you can. I had to pay about $1,000 for my cat. A little over $1,000. It was almost $2,000, but he's a pedigree, so I actually didn't have enough at first, and then I had to go back. They were still open, and then I got him. I saved him from the clutches of the man. That's exactly what I was setting forth to do in the first place, was to set him free of the man, so that I could take care of him. And that's what I did. And he's good. He's in good shape. I love him. He's my everything. He deserves a loving owner like me.
Lord Underhill.
Though I do feel there's a lot of craziness that happens around my house that he doesn't deserve.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors
No.
to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance,
It's good to see Benedicta again, by the way.
since Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return, which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to
I
endure not
love
only
all
this
people,
hardship,
actually, girls and guys, both. I don't know why anybody feels any otherwise.
stand
I mean,
united.
everybody's, exactly, get this thing united. United we stand, you know?
If it will help to protect my home, I'll
Mm-hmm.
do it.
That's better.
But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Huh? What charade? I don't have a charade. Charade or whatever it is. I don't have one of those.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not
What performance?
like.
She saw right through it.
Right, so...
Good. Nearly that it produced the desired effect.
Well, that wasn't the hard thing.
Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse are entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Now... I'm just drawing a picture right now. I shouldn't be doing this a second though. I mean, if I can get a good editor though, then I guess I could. I have to find out if I could afford it. I would love to get an editor. I just don't have the money. I don't think. I can't afford it. So, in other words, I would have to set forth with somebody who's willing to work aside me. Not for me, you know what I mean? Work with me. That's what I need. I don't have that right now. I'm looking for somebody though. I do have a manager though, and it's just been rough though. Been a rough couple of months, like I said, because my day job isn't getting here soon enough, and I do need that. Without my day job, it's gonna be hard. Right? I mean, come on, think about it. Alright, let's see what we got. We haven't had any combat. So let's... Seems like... It's like they said, this is a bunch of bullshit. I see right through it. It's bullshit. Most of this is all bullshit right now. It's called fluff.
Good news, Sid. Both with time. Time no longer appears to be the luxury.
See? In other words, this is fluff, kind of.
You're not serious.
Mm-hmm.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in two groups very well.
Mm-hmm.
rest, my stakes, I concede, are high.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats.
Then it will be for us to see that
I thought you might say that.
we'll hold them off for them, and we will do.
There we go. Because again, like, this is fluff. This isn't important. This is just letting you know that there's a lot of political uproar right now. And that's kind of what this is. This is exactly that. It's expressing the political uproar and riots that are happening right now as we speak. Are we hit by... Yep. See? Desert Bandits. See what I mean? It's all about that. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Muhammad is awesome. I almost kind of look at it like every time you get a new icon, he's getting a new member of the party in a weird way, right? That's pretty cool, so you can let it charge up, basically. Nuts! Boosh! It's broken. He's gone. Oh, that was bullshit. Alright. That's dope. I like that. Mega Flare is so fucking cool, son. Yo, that is so cool, man. Look at it, it's awesome. Staggered. There you go. There we go. I'm gonna smoke up after this. This guy's a beast though, bro. Harry! Bingo. Punishment. Da 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 da. Alright. He's almost gone, this fucking guy. Again, since I just fixed the mic, it's not completely refurbished yet. Like I said, I can refurbish it now, though, now that I got the filament fixed, it looks like. But it really depends on, like I said, if it's working or not. But if it's working clear before, then I can... It looks to me like it's able to be refurbished to some degree now. Gotta make it official now, though, and bring it to the workshop, basically. And he's gone. The episode will probably be ended, I guess, probably after we finish these quests. Because I'm gonna smoke up too. I wanna blaze. So we get some black blood and steel skin and a gill bug. I'm telling you, we gotta take care of the political unrest. There's a lot of political unrest going on right now.
What do you think?
We should hurry.
Right? You got Rosaria. You got Dalmechia. Well, I always said Rosaria. Rosalis. Then Dalmechia. Dalmechia.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
And there's an island on the shore here that's basically the
You saved
Iron Kingdom.
You saved Daimon.
We all saved Alabama.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that,
Memory of the Crystalline Dominion too.
your fever. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Come now, Victor. Why quibble over...
I think the Crystalline Dominion is a very similar place to,
That is all that matters.
well, take a look back in War of the Lions. It serves a lot like the Galtaean Peninsula, kind of. Right? It seems similar. In the Mir Gregorian area, the Gregorian Church and the Holy Empire of Sambrique it's very, very interesting because Sandbreak is up here, kind of speaks, so to speak. Sandbreak, I guess it's called, right? Sandbreak. Sandbreak, which is connected to the Gregorian Gregor, and the Gregorian, I guess the Gregorian faith or church. Yeah, the Gregorian faith and church. It's pretty much obvious though, because Sandbreck follows a very vigorous religion known as, I don't know what it's called, but they do follow something. They follow something called I haven't looked into it, but the Great Gregor has something to do with Great Gregor, and Gregor is their god. So they use the Gregorian calendar. You know, Gregorian calendar it has a lot to do with the stars and astronomy and astrology, all that. And that's why we're looking at all this political unrest right now, because we have to, more or less. And look at the different color of the map now, it's changed. We've yet to make our way to Mulwillow, though, as we still have to make our way there. Let's go into Roselith. Martha's Rest of Roselith. Martha's Rest, the Imperial Province of Rosaria. Everything's fucked up like the world of ruin right now. That's what it looks like to me. In fact, I'm gonna start rolling up a joint right now.
Otto said he'd been attacked by a casualty. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. Hundreds of them tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here. That was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered. What do you think, Clive?
That we joined the fight.
I thought you'd better off. Now,
Why?
where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
Alright, I'm gonna roll up right now. And then I'll probably be ending the episode. Let me take care of these quests though. Just gonna go AFK for 1 second. I'll be back in a minute, guys. Hold on.
There are as many as Martha says.
I'll be right back. Alright, anyway, dinosaurs and gentlemen. Well, ladies and dinosaurs. How we doing, guys? Welcome back to the Clubhouse of Wonders. I did roll me up a doob. What about him? What about more? That's my fucking therapist's name. What about him? More. Alright, they're my therapist's name and my fucking... That's crazy. For real, for real. I have a fucking friend named Moore, who I talk to. Well, he's a licensed TP, so. But I get more, I guess, like I said, I'm more like on a friendly term with him. But he definitely is a licensed TP, so therefore, not toilet paper, therapist, a licensed therapist. But he's also the director, though, of a fucking huge ass place, so yeah. But yeah, I talked to him. Though again, I'm a guy who's gone to college, and I know what he does. He does a good job. I like my therapist. He's a good guy. I always look at a therapist as a man who's critiquing, or, yeah, critiquing your mind in a way. You're picking your brain. And there's no shame in seeing a therapist. It's a good thing. Usually people who have, who are very self-conscious, see therapists. Because they need to find out, they would prefer to see the opinions of a third party, biased, unbiased, I guess. Unfortunately, once you go through the course of therapy for a good while, this will no longer be the case because you'll become biased with them, and this is through the friendship. And that's why it's not an easy thing with therapists. You don't want to become friends, but if you do become friends, there is no more therapist. Therapy is over. That's it. That's pretty much it. You don't have a therapist no more. It's a friend. Or it's somebody you don't like. But basically, therapist, it's a fickle thing. But you can't be a therapist if you're friends. That's all I could say. You can't be both. Alright, I'm gonna smoke up now. I'm gonna take care of these fucking douchebags. As you can see, it's taken us all around the realm to see how political unrest has been with the riots and the bandits, everything. Similar to the way War of the Lions was, right? There were a lot of riots going on. This is kind of, like I said, very, very similar. But the end of the game in War of the Lions did end in the Orban Monastery, no? And then we eventually had to make our way deep into the underground tomb. That brought us to a different realm where there was a an airship graveyard, which is in the ruins underneath the Orban Monastery, which led us to this weird ancient city that was, like I said, 30 kilometers underground or 60 kilometers underground in the ruins beneath the Orban Monastery. And deeper did we go, and then we found out eventually there was a fucking airship graveyard all the way beneath that ruined city, which is sort of something that we saw earlier, Gaug. Well, Gaug was a clockwork city, and it was, I guess, the first time we actually seen these ruins, which we don't again see until we enter the airship graveyard via the beneath the ground of the Orban Monastery, deep, within the basements, in the library, down in the cellars, and then we find, like I said, a fucking graveyard of airships, and then we finally face up with Ultima on one of the ships there, and we get taken to a different dimension, where we then stand in the void of reality, and we battle on that airship and then we fight Ultima, and she's basically this hot piece of ass at first, right, on an airship in the graveyard. First we had to fight, I think it was the Famfrit, right, and then after that Famfrit takes us away into an infernal void, and we pretty much go into that void with the airship. And then we're no longer in the airship ruins, but now we're just in, like I said, an infernal void. And we are in the very fabric of reality. And then Ultima appears, and she's in this red suit with gray hair, and she's hot as a motherfucker, bro. I mean, I'm not kidding, she was cute. She was pretty sexy, man. She had wings, and she looked so... so good. She looked so cute, so hot. So, like a vixen, you know? Like a devilish imp. You know, you just can't help but to just... delicious. I'm not gonna lie, man. My God, she looked nice. Tight red suit, bodysuit, and, like, nice, really luscious, round, really just... I don't know, firm breasts, like, really nice, you know, like, it's really got a handful there. Perfect handful, perfect, like, perky, but, like, it's hot, man, really hot. Gotta love a girl with nice breasts. I mean, that's not all that matters, but nice breasts are nice breasts, right? Had she not the face of my mother, maybe I would look at her differently, but I like Benedicta. She's got some supple breasts. Supple breasts. But, lo and behold, after we take her down, she eventually reveals herself to be a real monstrosity. One of which looks similar to the Ultima that we see before us. But Annabella, on the other hand, reminds us more of Ultima, you know? Henceforth the name Ultima, Annabella, Ultima. Because that is, Annabella is basically... Annabella Lesage is more or less the incarnation of that hot piece of ass Ultima from War of the Lions. And then eventually Ultima reveals her true face, which is sexless. It's nor male nor female. It's an embodiment of death. It's a big skeleton. Like a big skeleton of a human. And we find out it's actually a big demon, like a monstrosity. And then in its death, does it explode and destroy the airship and everything within it. And Ram Zabayel was never heard of again. Or any of them, except for the leader, Hyrule. So again, like I said, I feel like Annabella is, like, you know, like I said, the Duchess. She is that Ultima. She's not Ultima, but she's Ultima. The hot piece of ass before Ultima was revealed in War of the Lions. Remember? Ultima with the red body... she had the red bodysuit and the gray wings, silver hair, and just wanted to boink the hell out of her. Well, that's her. Ultima is Annabella, the puppet. And pretty much, it's not hard to see that. I mean, like, just look. Annabella's got at least C-cup, right? Definitely. All I can say is I would totally like to have some fun with her. Annabella is really hot. My opinion, she is. I find her very attractive. Although she's definitely, like, up to no good, but like I already said, I don't think it's Ultima. I don't think it's Annabella. I think it's just Ultima. Now, I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure that, like I said, Annabella and Benedicta. These were a means to, like, I guess you could say through Annabella, Benedicta. Well, for certain, right? For certain, we know that Benedicta has been used by, well, by fucking, and that's kind of interesting when you think about it. In War of the Lions, didn't Limberry use Lette and Celia, which were two hot chicks that we fought on the rooftop of the castle at Riolanus, like I had said? And even in that game, we didn't really get party members. But we did get members of the party. Like, again, there are party members, but the real party members of this game are actually... they're icons. These are the party members. That's what I noticed. I realized that. No. Oh, I can't change it. Oh, that sucks. Whack. Dia, that's light damage, right? Da da na 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 na. Woo! Akashic. Like I said, everything's going to hell now. In order to make the coral sword a legend, I would need to, like I said, I would need to get through this game using the coral sword. Which is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to prove the coral sword true, basically.
These men don't have the look of high-old swords.
In other words, it does say that it could rival Odin's blade, and if that's true, well then let's prove it. Let's put it to the test.
Rob this place.
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
Oh,
How do you know my name?
well, because she just said Martha's leave.
There wasn't time for introductions. We're
Yep.
with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men. But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
He just said.
So Wade left earlier with a
Okay,
scouting
yeah.
party to find out where the Akashic
Why do you think he's
goes.
like? You think he's making it up? Well, if so, then I guess you live a life of paranoia.
Martha will see you're looked after.
Yep. Joining on. Yep. ASAP. ASAP. And now, I think that was the appropriate response. Because if he's telling the truth, then Martha will take care of him. Well, isn't it? Is it Isabel?
Think you took them for
No, Martha.
thieves?
Oh, it's Isabel.
My lord for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Roswell.
Wait, I remember Tyler. Tyler was awesome, but he's dead, right? And so was Murdoch. Murdoch's dead too.
And we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Dion's dead too. The only one who's alive is, as seems, Benedicta. Looks like she's still alive, no? We saw Benedicta being controlled by, again, Ultima. And Ultima looks a lot like Ultima's true form in War of the Lions. Whereas Annabella looks a lot like
Could be safe now.
Ultima's first form in War of the Lions. Right? Like, if you look at Annabella, you will see a pretty busty girl there. A pretty busty gal. I mean, her breasts are pretty big. And her hair is like, she's just very similar. Meaning to say that she's definitely a representation of Ultima. Its first form. Who was also a busty girl with a red suit. And, a really cruel girl, or girl, in the form of a fallen angel. The red bodysuit, like I said, and her, I'm not trying to cause offense though. Should I upgrade this? Prestagger. Flare breath. Upgrade. I like that. Oh, I have to change one other thing too. Hold on. My abilities here. I gotta go with probably flare breath, right? Yeah. Wicked Wheel is good. Wicked Wheel. I'm gonna get used to using him. But I'm very used to this already, so there's no need. I should probably force. I'm gonna go with Blind Justice for now, I guess. I want to try something different. So let's see, hold on. I'm gonna go, yeah, okay, so we're gonna start with Phoenix, we'll switch it up, right? And then we'll go with Garuda. Then Bahamut. And Phoenix. I think these are the best ones to go with, personally. Here we go, my friends. I may have wares here too we could probably stock up on, potions and whatnot.
Wanted one of those. Is that everything?
Almost everything. We're getting close. Since I'm already determined to use the Coral Sword until the very end of the game. I already said I've deemed this a legendary. I've deemed it the best sword of the game because it does say that it has the capacity or potential to rival Odin's Blade, right? So I'm assuming to prove this to be true, that it can actually rival, yeah, Odin's Blade. Yeah, I just say call it the Coral Blade Challenge for Final Fantasy 16 because honestly, it does state that it's the best. Henceforth, if it is the best weapon in the game, it's the Coral Blade, then it's safe to assume that you should be able to use the Coral Blade and get through and defeat Odin with it, right? And just watch it be a bitch. We'll see. But it does say, you know, that it could rival his blade, so I'm hoping they're right about that.
Is that everything?
Nope. Almost, though. Get close.
Fair trade.
Almost.
Wanted one of those.
You did? Because I got tons of them.
Fair trade. Wanted one of those.
Good for you. Here, give some this too. Here you go, my good friend. Yeah, well, I got a bit more to give you with that. There you go, and some more. There you go, a little more. There's one more. There's another one. And how about this? How about these bloody eyes? You like these things? I need these. There you go. No, maybe I got more. How about this? I'm gonna take like 30 of them. How about Magic Dash? Because I got a lot of Magic Dash, and I am literally Magic Dash, so that's, well, what this is. What I make, it's Magic Dash. So I'm gonna give all my Magic Dash away, probably. Nah, give it 150 away.
Fair trade. Is that everything? Wanted one of those. Is that everything?
Almost.
Catch your eye.
I really just want to get these elixirs, really. These are really good, little elixirs.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome, my man. Thank you. I will. No, we don't want to go that way. We're trying to get to the main quest. But I'm not trying to do a side quest right now. Only main quests.
Mad dogs.
Only ones that are necessary at this point, in my opinion. Post content could be saved for, again, like exactly that. Post content. Post game. It's just enjoyed much more, I think, when you know, concentrate prior to the MSQ. That's why I said I don't think you should cut them off, but I don't think they should be highlighting them in green right now. Unless
What about...
you could take that off, because I feel like it's a distraction,
Sir,
having those green markers. I feel like it distracts people from the MSQ,
Lord Horsfield.
which I think if they had the option to turn on and off would be cool.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it,
we thought we could sneak by them, but we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Ooh, adamantoise.
Damn it. We need to get the injured to safety. Do you think we can help them up?
Wade reminds me of the typical warrior role, you know, from FF1,
are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
right? He just reminds me of the warrior that turned into the knight, like, or the martyr that turned into the warrior, I guess you'd say. Nice, 777. Bam, baby. Mother jumper and cream. Whoops. Yeah, so much HP, bro. Mad health. These are fucking crazy. Shit. Hold on one second. I'm just get changed out though. But yeah, doing this with the coil sword is hard, I will lie. Do 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 do. Oh shit. Oh, whoa, okay. Here we go. Bam. But again, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do the Coral Blade challenge. I'm just trying to do it. To see if I can. And again, boosh. Okay. I think I can use an item though. Do I have elixir? But I'm gonna try not to. Alright. Bam, staggered. Now I'll do my best to gain health and I'll be good to go. And bingo, baby, we did it. Enemy slain. Spoils gained. Which is approximately 78. Sharp Ring and Magic Dish. And then we're going to be moving on yonder. Which means we're going to move on to,
Is anyone hurt? I don't think so.
Damn.
Yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Swade.
Nice.
Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Something wrong.
The coat full of smoke coming from down this way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make these calls. We'll need to move the injured without us.
You worry about them.
The moment you say I'll follow. Good luck.
Alright, cool. No diggity dots, huh? Been moving along, moving it on up. I mean, obviously. Alright, cool. Cool shit. Alright. I don't have the equipment though right now to actually refurbish my refurbish it, so I can only rig it for now. I wish I could refurbish it. The microphone? But like I said, right now I could only rig it together. But if GameStop would just take it, maybe they could refurbish it. But they probably won't take it because they don't think I got it there or some shit. I don't know. Ask them why they won't take it. I could call the fucking company, I guess, if, you know, if I want to get it replaced and refurbished. There's no reason not to, like. Doesn't make any sense. Anyway. Keep my head to the grindstone, bro. Then after this, I probably end my episode because, no, after this next area, I'll probably pick it up in the next part, 29.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Oh fuck, they're really dangerous. Okay, what is it? Bam. That was crazy. Alright, let's restock, I guess, on potions. I haven't seen any. Probably because we didn't do any side content. Well, that's fine. Those things are strong as fuck, though, man. Let's go buy potions, I guess, right? There's potions. Actually, not too far. Probably from the shop, yeah. Wonderful. And here's our merchant.
Anything catch your eye? Is that everything? Wanted one of those? A fair trade. Wanted one of those? Is that everything? Much obliged. Thanks very much. Ain't you got a few more coins tucked away?
Mm-hmm.
Is that everything? Very well. What are you after?
Just buy, just want to get this real quick. What's he call it? One. Oh, I didn't know they were selling that. Get one of these. But Lionel Tonic, as good as they are expensive. We have to sell. I don't know what we should sell.
A fair trade. Is that everything? Wanted one of
I'll probably
those?
get two of them though, yeah. Why not, right?
Is that everything?
Now let's go and purchase ourselves. What? I guess two of these, right?
Much obliged.
And then we're good to go. Everything's organized. And then we got photo mode. I didn't know we had a photo mode. I never really used it before. Wow, that's cool. That's so fucking dope. I didn't notice that. And you can take Clive out. Well, that's kind of cool, son.
Brothers.
Alright, we're going down this way, actually. I'll make a save file here. Oh, and also gotta change one other thing. Gotta adjust my items. Here we go.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
They don't encourage targeting, you know that? That's not really something you're really supposed to do, I don't think. Bam, baby. It's a level 1 mega player.
Too slow.
What the? That was nuts.
Something's coming. Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round's to wait. Shall we?
I guess so. Oh my god. Yo, these things are nasty, bro. Yo, these things are a pain in the ass, son. Fuck! I hate this fucking thing. Accident. Hold on a second.
Too slow. Let's try. Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well,
When you put it like that, of course they can stay.
Anyway, yeah. I do apologize about the mic. Still in the middle of a new one yet. I'm gonna try to see if I can refurbish this one though. If anything. Okay, we got a nice level. We got level 35. Looking at nice defense. 215. And a nice 272 attack. I'm not sure my willpower is like, important, but it affects the stagger meter. And we got a guardian scarf. This is a curiosity guardian scarf. Wad. Oh wait, wad. Alright.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oscar, over here.
Oh, Tyler.
It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Oh, it's his son.
I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
Oh.
Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him. Yes, so wait. If it please you, my Lord Marquis.
Lord Marquis.
Take me as your squire.
See?
I would learn the
My
duties
Lord
of
Marquis.
from the finest.
And guess what? This is a lot like... Yep, he is no Marquis Elmdor.
Was I ever the finest?
He is no Marquis Elmdor.
Spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
Right.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing.
So you should do that yourself.
Sooner serve under an honorable outlaw.
But then you're doing the opposite of what you, sir. It doesn't make any sense.
Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are.
You don't.
I mean to say that.
You're an idiot, dude.
It's
See?
all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
I know.
Really be so bad?
No.
You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Why can't he just go out and be his own man? I guess he wants to find okay.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
Right.
I would not have it any other way.
Alright. Well, there you go. There you have it. Thanks, Oscar. From God's ears to my eyes. That doesn't make sense. From God's lips to my ears, to your eyes. Booga 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 booga. No, yeah. Anyway, so we had to go and aid Northreach in this dilemma now, which is not here to say the least. But that fight wiped us fucking clean. Not clean, but almost clean though. What a fine mess, huh? High potions.
Wanted one of those.
Wait, oh my god, I don't like the setup. I get confused with it. It's weird.
There you go. Much obliged.
This is fine though.
Thanks very much.
It's that stuff.
Really well.
Oh, come on, man. There we go.
Get it, boy.
Let's go to Northreach. Which is to say, we would be going to map. Northreach is like all the way in Sandbrook. Pretty sure, right? More than Sandbrook, yeah. That's where we're going now. And this is where I'll be ending the steel play. And then I'll be prepping for my next. Probably do it tomorrow. As we continue onward. I know where Isabel is. The third and final dilemma.
I saw it with my own eyes.
Look at all that shit, man. Fucking real medievalish. Can't fight these things. Oh my lord, what is going on, Isabella?
Lord.
No, it's a real courtesan.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes.
Akashic.
Yes. Like a Akashic, but
Yeah.
different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Different.
But different.
Huh. Ultima Thralls. Yeah.
Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what we were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
Wow. What the fucking shit? Wow. Okay, so we have some new active time lore here. A realm comprising the twin continents of storm and ash, over which the mother crystals stand timeless vigil. Timeless that is until Sid and his disciples commence their campaign to bring each one crashing down, yet spreading chaos in every corner. Then it says to when ill-omened cloud summoned by Ultima gathered over Elysia, the delicate balance governing the magic-yielding power of ether was finally shattered, and the realm was changed forever. Primogenesis. So, Primogenesis is a spell cast by Ultima that cast a roiling pull over all. Yep. That's right. It's Manala, basically. In other words, it's in Manala. This is again from the story I wrote a few years ago. As to why I didn't get credit for it, I don't know. But I guess because I wasn't a part of the team that made the game, but unfortunately, the story that was developed is my story almost to a motherfucking T. It's crazy. My story all had to do with again a realm getting it gets enshrouded in what is called Manala, and it's pretty much like a capsule of time where it can pretty much allow it to control everything within it. So the antagonist was trying to basically enshroud the entire realm of well, for me it was Vanadil, I think they called it Vanadil, and trying to take Vanadil and put it into a form of Manala, turn it into Manala or Manala. Manala in that game is similar to what this game is referring to as Mythos, but for me it was Manala, and he was going to put the entire realm of Vanadil into. I feel like Vanadil is not the name though. That's something else. That was from FF11. I'm really good, so I think. Wait, hold on. Zavar, I think, right? Zavar, yeah, Zavar, yeah. The land of Zavar was going to be placed into Manala. Once it was stated into Manala, Zavar would be in control of by this person. Manala meaning that the entire realm would be controlled by it. The story was going to be around a guy that can change into a glyph. Well, a monster, an Infernian basically, a beast. And his name was Vector. Well, Vector and Slain. Slain is the brother, and then Vector is the other brother. Vector, Langardia, and then Slain Langardia. Well, I guess it was like Vector Langard. I think it was just sort of a work in progress. So it was Langardia. We wasn't really sure we were going to go with it. Could have been just Slain because he was the brother that was given up. And then there was the brother Vector who wasn't given up. And these all came from Langardia, like I said, the city of Long... I wasn't sure if it was going to be Langard or Langarda. I don't know. I wasn't sure. But again, it was going to be something like that. Langardia, I think. Or Longardia. With the Longardian Empire. And then down from there was going to be a desert land, the Zekfar. Then there was also a place like an island where the Serps come from. Again, I had this, I don't know why this story was not told. This is the story I came up with. About the Glyphians in the Southern Realm. The Glyphians were people that could transform into motherfucking beasts, but their species were coming to an end, and the only ones that were around were the ones that were adopted, which was Slain and Vector. But Vector didn't yield. He became a political slave, whereas Slain became a hired mercenary, aka personalized slave. And again, it follows this to a T. Branded, right? Clive is like a mercenary, he's like an outlaw. It's just so right on. Like, again, this is the story I came up with. Me and a million other people, though. So anybody who came up with the story should be very proud of themselves, because you are a fucking artist of the finest detail. And I'm just proud to see my story being told right now. I mean, am I delusional? Maybe. But I really don't think so, because if I'm telling you honestly, yes, this is my story, dude. This is the story I wrote, pen to paper. This is it. I mean, not every single aspect, but pretty much, almost. My Final Fantasy, my fantasy, like, get it? Final Fantasy. My Final Fantasy is, Final Fantasy 7 would be, as in fan, like, Final Fanfic Fantasy. Final Fanfiction 17, I guess. Well, Fan Fiction Fantasy, I guess. Because Fan Fiction Fantasy was what I wrote. It was based on a land in Zavar. And we had a guy named Slain and Vector that were descendants of a place down south with the ruins that was left of it called the Glyphian. The territory of the south, Glypha. And that's sort of like all about this idea of one was an outlaw that was branded, and he went off as the name is Slain because he slew his name. So he went off to that name alone because he slew his name. He never went off the title of Longbar anymore. Thenceforth, he's been running as an outlaw named Slain because he slew his name. Now, I haven't really got deep enough to really get into the real name, but I think it was going to tie into the other story I had when I was younger, which would be Marine, but it doesn't really matter. Maybe we can get into that because it'd probably be Michael, but, you know, because Michael would be his real name. But this is a good story because I already know I kind of have an idea what the ending holds. Here's just my story. This is a spell that was cast by Ultima that casts a rolling pall over all of us here. What I mean to say is Manala is Primogenesis. That's Manala, bro. That's what's happening right now. We're in a state of Manala right now. Don't you know that? In other words, ever since that scene with Benedicta and Barnabas, we've been in a state of Manala. That's why these weird creatures are showing up and shit, because we're in a state of Manala. Which means the fabric of time itself has been fucked with. We're in a state of Manala. I can't say it any better. And as they're as there become less and less crystals, we become further into a state of Manala. Just like in my game had there were crystals, right? That coincided with a gigantic tower. And on this gigantic tower was, what was it called? I had a name, but I also had a fucking goddamn map too. But I had a house flyer, so. But it was like the crystalline tower. It was a main place, really important. The crystal tower.
Madame, please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days.
Oh, it's too bad. It was a really cool place. I would have had proof that I fucking wrote this fucking story. I would have had proof that I wrote it first. I was the first person to write this story. Damn! What proof would it be? It'd be proof that I'm just a one of a million that wrote the story that Final Fantasy 16 happens to follow. I'm actually proud that they took my story and they brought it to life. Because me and a million other people probably came up with the story. To some degree. Because I didn't come up with... I mean, yes, my village was a lot like Benedicta, but it was the main village. But there was a Benedicta in it. Her name was Scarlet. She was a captain. Her name was Scarlet, and she looked after a commander named Kronos. Commander Chrono. I was gonna do Kronos, but I thought Chrono would have been better because we already had Kronos. Didn't we have Kronos and Chrono Trigger? Or was his name Chrono? Regardless, I was gonna do Kronos or Chrono.
Expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort.
But Scarletta would have been the name.
Still need some support.
Or Scarline. Or Scarla. I just know we had a Captain Scarla. You could have called her Scarla. Because Scarlet was already used, so I think I went with Scarla. And then Commander Chrono. Or Kronos. Either or is fine. This game also has a Commander Dion, but we already know that, so. Delita Hyrule was my inspiration for Commander Kronos, obviously, we all know that. And of course, we had the Benedicta main antagonist, Scarla. And the reason why I wanted Scarlet to be the main antagonist, she wasn't really the main antagonist, but Sizion was. And the thing is, Sizion was all about seizing the crystals. That's why his name is Sizion. Sizion was the main enemy in my game. Scarla was just the captain that controlled the commander. That was a douchebag named Kronos. Or Chrono. Or Cross, I guess. Cross. Commander Cross. That's why I said Cronus. Or Kroos. Commander Kroos. I'd probably go with Kroos, I think. Commander Kroos. Because I like Os and, yeah, Kroos. So, probably do Commander Kroos and Captain Scarla. But I probably wouldn't do Captain Scarla. I'd probably do something else. Now that I'm older, I'd probably rename it Empress Starla, I guess. Yeah, Empress. The Empress Starla. Since she's sort of like the one that's... Or Sorcerer Starla. Starla is a sorcerer. Yeah, that'd be good. That would work. A sorcerer. Or sage. Magician. A witch. But then what would you call her?
I heard the bells.
Lord Starla? Madam Starla, I guess. Yeah, Madame Starla. Oh, work, Madam Starla. Or Lady Starla. Lady Starla and Commander Kroos. Because again, Sizion is the one that was controlling it all along, you know what I mean? Through the veins of Kroos, or Cronus, as it was. And eventually we find this out that Starlo is really just a puppet, kind of like Benedict aka Annabella was, of the Sizion guy. Well, Sizion wasn't really it wasn't exactly intended to be a man, but it came out through a man, but it was an ally-looking dude, but realistically it was a monstrosity. It wasn't human, or the demon. It came off as a bald human that looked like a king. That looked similar to that of a man, a bald man. A bald man, sort of wearing a crown. No beard, no nothing, he's just like a baby. You can't explain. Like a muscle boy. Like a man-child.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed more. Where's my Joseph?
But yep, that's Sizion.
Just rest now.
Because King Sizion was going to be the character in the game who looked like he was an ally, but you actually found out he was the root of all of it. And then you find out what Sizion really is. You find Sizion was actually sinking the world into a sea's control over where all the crystals draw breath from Crystal Tower at the, the main point, which was like this big tower that would reach the clouds, this heavenly tower. And everybody was drawing power, ether from it, runic power. They would sort of be drawing the ether, or the mana in this case. Mana would be pulled from the crystal, the tower, which was like a compass, because the power came from the elements that were resided around the lands of Zavar. Meaning that nobody would know exactly where the crystals are. The powers come from the elements of the land, but they all coincide from that main tower hub point, right? Like the main bridge of the Bifrost. It's sort of like that. But Sizion was actually finding a way through leaders, hence Commander Kronos and Empress Starla, to actually get things done by putting in the rest of the world in strife, and then therefore henceforth leading into the discovery of where the location of said crystal source mana was coming from, hence leading into chaos and coveting and obtaining the knowledge needed through Empress Starla, befriend and his affair with Commander Kroos, which leads into the rebellion, or I guess you'd say the civilians of Longobardia, because they were more or less like the civils and the rebels. And with all of this, because King Sizion was looking over the civils, and then you had the Imperials, you had the Longobardians, which are the other people. Like I said, there's a lot of things going on in my world that's similar to this one, right? Very similar. Yeah, we got a similar story going on. And that's why I'm like, this game is awesome. Because it's a lot like my story, it's just like it. And I'm proud to announce on that, man. Why wouldn't I be? Or how couldn't I be? Who is this injured soldier? Is the guy right here?
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
I'm sorry, darling. I truly am.
Well, I hope you're right about that. There's a place for everything, they say, right? After all. Well, all I can say is I hope you're right about that. Make for more. Here we go.
You're safe.
That thing.
Like I said, I'm setting forth to make this weapon a legend. The coral blade. I mean, they say it is a legend, so let's see it in action.
It was all they could do to escape.
Oh. Ooh. So gorgeous. So gorgeous. Gorgeous. That's all I gotta say. I like the music here too, by the way. But I do, you know. It's the truth. It's not like it's not to like, you know. Shambrique area is really wild looking though. It's cool, right? And look, I didn't say it. I wasn't the one that said a coral blade is the best. They did. So I really want to see if that's true or not. Guess we're gonna find out. Okay. Really nice area. I probably can't fit that. Valley Matter. Nice. Oh, wow.
Clive, look.
I see them. With me.
Yeah, because you can basically in my story it was the same thing. Manala was is so that Scythian can take control over everything inside the world itself. He wanted to take control over the world, basically. He wanted the will to become his like he wanted to seize the planet of its will. That's why his name is Scythian. Get it? To seize the will of everything. Scythian. That's why I'm saying this is a Thrall of Ultima. Just like in War of the Lions, which is pretty evident. It's just like War of the Lions. Very similar. In fact, this is War of the Lions, what am I saying? This is nothing but War of the Lions, it's pretty obvious.
Should I try?
Save your strength.
Wait, how did that work? I'm trying to get the hang of that. Oh. Mega Player Dodge! I love that ship, that was pretty cool. Mega Player Dodge! No, 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 no. No, no, no. What the fuck is it? We go. Bam, baby! And with that, we get a clean spoil of some magic dash.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Maybe we should let Isabel know.
Let's see what the conclusion awaits. And we'll pick this up in the next Steel Play, which I'll be dropping out sometime tomorrow. Probably it's a Sunday, so I'll probably be doing it probably around, I don't know, I'm usually at 1 o'clock, but I'm gonna try to shoot for early. I tried to shoot early for today, but I had to do stuff, so, but I'll try to shoot for around anywhere 10 to, between 10 and 1.
Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes.
10 a.m., 10 p.m. to 1 a.m., somewhere around there. I usually drop my streams, mainly. my steel plays.
Hearing that the Dame would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. Whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one. And that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
Damn, man. Well, he has to get the treatment one way or the other. That's why. I mean, they're asking why we fight, so. They're gonna get treated one way or the other, so. At least now they know. You know what I mean? Yeah, like it was gonna get treated one way or the other, so it was sort of like we just had to deal with them. And now we get to see our result. Let's return back to the hideaway and see what's to come. And also, what's Paulus up to? That's dope. Alright, now we could go to auto map. We'll have to head to the main hub, which I look is the highway, right? Ba-boom. That's exactly where I'm going. Highway. Central Storm Deadlands. This is where I'll be ending my steel play, and I'll be resuming in my next episode. But first, let's get our conclusion in this mess.
Did you see the pair that got pulled into the...
Looks like something happened.
Welcome back, my lord. I only just arrived myself. No one seemed to know where I should go, so I thought I'd guard your chambers until instructed otherwise.
Thanks. Very studious of you, I guess. Otto's down here, though. So we would have to go this way. I want to see something. Sorry, I have to check them out. I want to see if Jill is here. No, Jill isn't here. Where's Jill? Let's talk to Otto. Well, there's Jill.
I'd be happy to tell Otto everything that happened. But I know he appreciates it when you spare him the time.
What? What's he talking about? See what?
thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Mm-hmm.
Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nation's still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So,
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Tyler says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
Night. And it's here we could tie up loose ends. As always, guys, enjoy the conclusion. And thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. This has been my first time playthrough of Final Fantasy 16. STEELEPLAY. And as always, keep it gaming. And most importantly, keep it safe. Enjoy the conclusion. And join me in Port 28. Coming up next. Or 29. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I think it's 29 or 28. Right? But anyway, until my next stream, guys, my next STEELEPLAY, thanks for watching. I love all your comments, everything. Likes, views, comments, subscribers. Love you guys. And as I always say, just keep it gaming and keep it safe. Until next time. Enjoy the show. Well, enjoy the cutscene.
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact that
Yeah.
goes against
He's, I think, the enemy, yeah. He said he's a monster.
has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind.
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him.
He's right.
Before I meet my own.
Yep, he's right.
What were you thinking?
Just trying to save our mother, our brother.
And I've always
Yep.
But that
Exactly.
you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
It wasn't my intention. That's not the intention.
Joshua.
That's what happened.
Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
It's all Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
Alright guys, until then, join me in my next Steel Play. First time with Final Fantasy 16, and it's looking good. Alright guys, keep it gaming and keep it safe.